Hey, I'm Austin with Training Tall and welcome back to another rowing video. I do my best to keep you informed with the latest and greatest from all the different rowing machines that are out there to give you better buying power with your rowing rower purchase options. And today I am back on the Aviron rower talking about some new features that are on the platform. The biggest and what I would argue to be the most important and impactful feature that's been added to the Aviron is the addition of what's called structured programs. If you checked out my videos on Ergata talking about the push programs on that platform, the structured programs here are designed to do the same thing. They're curated combinations of different workouts built out into different programs that can span the cross of between 2 and 12 weeks. And what I love about the structured programs on the platform is that they're not just designed to be super hardcore workouts. They're literally for any sort of goal you could want, whether it's muscular and strength development or something like rowing just 10 minutes a day. They have structured workouts within the program that are designed for just 10-minute rows a day, and it unlocks and progresses in a video game level-like style. I mean, they've even got a program called Netflix and Row, where you just get to watch your shows as you row, and your objective for each workout is to burn a certain number of calories. And because of that video game psychology, you're just gonna wanna keep progressing through the program, earn the achievement, and feel like you did something. And every few weeks, they cycle through a new group of structured programs. That way, there's always something new to do, even if you finish the programs that you wanted to do. And what I really appreciate too is that you can't just start a bunch of programs all at once. You can only have up to 2 structured programs going at the same time, which helps keep you focused and consistent on getting a program done one bit at a time. And if you don't like the program, guess what? You can just opt out. You just opt out, it resets your progress to 0, you can select a new one. Super simple, super accessible, and especially great for beginners. Before the structured programs came onto the Aviron platform, that was really like the big thing where I was like, yeah, the platform's great and I love all it has to offer, but we need some sort of programming. Now that's here. Another big feature is the introduction of the group workout lobby, where you can literally see live workouts that other Aviron users are doing right now, and you can hop in and join them. And so if you want to, you can just hop into someone else's workout. But if you don't like any of the workouts that they're doing, you can set up almost any other workout that you do, set it up as a lobby that other people can join as well. That way, whether or not you have friends that have Avirons or not, you can work out with others without actually having to know people. They also have a scheduled workouts tab where you can see upcoming scheduled live workouts that you can join if you want to plan your day and be there for the scheduled row. This is a super cool feature that I think really helps build the community on the platform, but also helps fuel the competitive edge within you if you're just trying to beat everyone at every workout. Speaking of beating people at workouts, they also have the time machine feature, where this is exclusive to yourself and your friends list, where you can go back and literally do any workout that you or your friends have done. You can challenge and go against a ghost of what they did to see how you stack up to them. So if your friend completed a workout and you're like, I can definitely beat them, you can literally just press a button and row against what they did to see how you stack up. And if you beat them, it lets them know you beat them so they can try to beat you back. And again, inspiring more competitiveness, which I think is something that Aviron really lacked in the earlier stages of it being around and is now coming to fruition. Is that a word? Oh, and by the way, remember, if competition's not your thing, you can always set it up so that your workouts and your scores that you do aren't public. Now, Aviron's also come out with a new piece of hardware that attaches to the handlebar for you to manually adjust the resistance on the machine without having to physically touch the screen. So if you're shorter, unlike myself, and you have a problem getting up and reaching to the front of the machine, you can adjust your resistance now with the buttons on the handlebar with this additional attachment. Which is great because it only adds to the overall accessibility of the machine, especially on the new Strong Series rower, which sits lower to the ground than the older models, with the adjusting foot plates, which you can take as wide as you need if you're someone who has a larger midsection. With the handlebar attachment, it just adds to the overall enjoyment and, like I said, accessibility. Okay, so the games on the Aviron are getting better. Their Row Breaker game, which is a throwback to one of my favorite games as a little tyke growing up in the mid-90s, This game's called Row Breaker. It's like that old game with the platform and the ball where it bounces around and hits the bricks. You do that when you row, but they've upgraded it now to have more in-game variation, including things like power-ups that bring you back to the nostalgic power-ups from the old PC game, like multi-balls, where all of a sudden a bunch of balls are going all at the same time, which, by the way, is very challenging, specifically in this because every time a ball hits your platform, you have to row strokes to grow your platform to be longer because it doesn't move. And it's actually really, really hard to manage with a bunch of balls going at the same time. But there's other power-ups as well, such as the dynamite power-up, which just explodes a couple blocks that are next to you on whatever block that you hit. The invincibility, which gives you a few seconds of not having to worry about getting your row platform as long as possible, saving you from losing a life. And then there's the breakthrough, I think it's called, I can't remember, but I got it mid-game. And it's that satisfying power-up where the ball just goes through the bricks and destroys them without actually bouncing on them. And I was the most shocked when I sat down to try out the new version of this because I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it for a couple minutes, just kind of see what's up, you know, whatever. But I was on here for like 20 minutes and I didn't even realize how much time flew by because not only was it really challenging to play on the hard mode, but it's just feeling again that psychology of playing video games while you're exercising where it makes the time fly by. And honestly, I was sweating and I was feeling it and it was a lot more fun than I was expecting. This game is definitely the highlight of the games on Aviron, in my opinion. It is hands down my favorite. And now they also added level packs that you can unlock with the experience coins that you gain from doing everything on the Aviron, but you can also only unlock them after you've reached certain benchmarks, like certain distance rowed, certain number of strokes taken, certain number of calories burned. So it's adding more to the video game psychology and keeps you coming back for more. And word on the street is the Rows to Riches game, where you're a pirate ship that's shooting at other pirate ships and competing against your friends who are also shooting against the pirate ships. That is coming out with the same sort of level packs and progressions in the near future. While Aviron's been great for adding on tons of different streaming services for you to watch Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, all that stuff, they now have Spotify integration as well. So you can listen to your favorite songs and music while you're rowing, and podcasts too, and they actually have individual controls for you to balance out the game music, sound effect music, and whatever's going on with your Spotify all at the same time. So you can find the nice mix and balance of both if you want to hear game sounds and your podcast, or just the music on its own, or just your podcast. Those features now exist. So Aviron's pretty much almost fully integrated everything entertainment-wise, which is pretty cool. And the last thing I want to talk about is the new My Aviron app, where you have access to all of your workout summaries from every row you've ever done ever. Not only can you see where you stack up on the leaderboards like you could on the machine itself, but the most helpful thing about the app, in my opinion, is being able to very comfortably and aesthetically share your workout results. Instead of just taking a picture of your workout monitor, within the app itself, you can share your progress, your metrics from your workouts in a very clean-cut way, whether you want to text it to someone, share it on a story, share it on Facebook, whatever you want to do. And speaking of Facebook, on the app itself as well, you have quick access to the Aviron community within Facebook and within Discord as well. So it's a nice, cool little companion app to have. So lots of cool stuff happening with the Aviron rower right now. And like I've said many times about all of these software-based rowers, is that they keep coming out with updates and new things and getting better and improving. So this is really cool to see. If you have an Aviron yourself, I would love to hear your thoughts down below if you've tried out any of the new features, what you like, what you dislike, or if you have any rower in mind that I haven't talked about yet that you'd like me to talk about, or some new updates and features from other rowers that I've missed too, just let me know. But hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out trainingtall.net if you want me to review your rowing form, if you need training plans, personal coaching, all that and more. You can check it out there. But thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video.